Alright, so we got some bugs in this game. We are also now at 5 away from hitting 5,000 followers on Twitch. Thank you, Microwave-Moist Butt. I love that name. It's a beautiful name. Never change a thing. So, Eileen's dunk whiffs if someone 2Ps. That is the first bug. It whiffs on block. On hit, it'll whiff if you do it late. Okay? If I do it right away, that's supposed to hit. Now what happens if I just duck? It hits. Okay? Okay, please, 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 please. Please. Help. Bug number 2. When people are hit from back turn and Eileen cancels, they turn around right away. I want to show you what happens typically here, okay? This is all guaranteed on side hit. That's fine. That's behaving as intended. Here's what's not behaving as we would expect. If I hit them from behind, instead of turning around like normal, meaning side turn state like this, you don't go from back turn straight to forwards. You go back turn to side turn to forwards, right? But Eileen's not doing that when she goes to a cancel. For some reason, when Eileen cancels, they skip the back turn state and they go straight to forwards. There's no side turn state. So logically, what's supposed to happen here, if I get hit by that first one, well, that's all guaranteed too. If I get hit by the first one. Here we go, yeah. So she's ducking, which is fine. We expect her to duck. But that's the problem. She's immediately turning around. That's not supposed to happen. She should be ducking. Because if you look here, let's see if I can show a different move. If I block like that, she's side turn. The first move hits her. I'm just holding guard now. First move hits her. Second move, she's still side turn. But if I hold down, I take the first hit, raw, guard. That's the bug. That shouldn't happen. She shouldn't turn around like that. I don't press anything. That's not supposed to happen. She's supposed to still go through the states, okay? She's still supposed to go from back state to side turn to forwards, okay? Not guarding is not supposed to make that not happen. It only occurs for Eileen during her cancels. This is where it's most egregious because it's most evident. And it hurts her a lot. It's like a nerf. It's like a hardcore nerf. But it makes this not viable. Because let's say I get hit by the first one. I don't know what will happen here. I never tried this. See, she turns around. If I wait, take the first hit, then guard, I turn around instantly. If I try to duck, I don't. But she instantly turns around when I press guard after taking the first hit with no guard being pressed. Specifically that. Here, same deal. No guard press, she turns around. If I hold guard, she's side turned. Why in the living name of Eileen, our goat, would she allow this to happen? This must be unintended behavior. I'm sure I would love for this bug to be fixed because this feels like a bug. I can't explain it logically with the system. It doesn't make any sense. So I have to just think it's a bug. That's bug number 2. That took a little longer to get over. Bug number 3, monkey walk. This is gonna be easier to show. She's ducking, right? She's ducking, right? Ducks under highs. Cool. What doesn't duck under highs though? Her shoulder. Her shoulder. Visually, is a high crush. But when I try to use it as such, okay, from -2 I can do it apparently. And then for mids, okay, so this one, I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know if you intended for this to be the case or not. It visually doesn't look like you're intending this, but if you are, okay, fine. But I don't think you are. It gets under mids though, like if I can get it right. It's very finicky. To be fair, it's hard to get under Eileen's mid. It's actually quite hard to get under it. Two different character to show you. It's easier to show with Jackie, maybe? I'll try Jackie first. There it is, yeah. So you see, it clears the mid. Very, very well. If I can just get this. There it is. Even -5, right? But -6 doesn't work. Fine. Fine. That's fine. It's fine. -5 though gets under mids. Only in certain stances. That's always been the case. That's fine. I mean, if that's a bug, homegirl's not going to be mad about it. But I don't think it is. It used to be a little easier in vanilla. I'm guessing this is intended. If it's not, okay, cool. Now you know. But here's what I don't think is intended. I don't think it's intended to not duck eyes. Now you see how I just got under that? It worked when I was -5 for Jackie. One would assume. Okay, fine. It doesn't work at -5. So it should work at -4, but it doesn't. I get hit still. Okay. I still get clapped. -2 it worked. Let's see. Can I get -3? So it works at -3, but not -4. Okay. So -4 goes under. Cool. As expected, right? What about -5? It doesn't work at -5. So it works at -4, but not -5. Maybe that is intended. I don't know. It comes to his mid. Where is it? There's like a space where I can get under it. At least I used to be able to.
Nope.
I don't think I can anymore.
Nope.
I think the Hurtbox got increased. It did get increased. Y'all made it so that like the elbow is not easily backdashed, and that made it so that I can't get under his elbow anymore with my shoulder. Something like that might be good for Eileen's overhead punch. She might need something like that. While we're at it, her elbow, like, I don't know if y'all saw that set with Rayo out, but fam, my front leg was inside Go's body, and he backdashed whiff punished me. My leg was inside of him, and I still whiffed with my elbow. This guy right here. So it does feel like Eileen's elbow, like her Hurtbox is a little weird. Now, yeah, sure, I can hit this, right? That's cool. But the problem here is, right? Here's the problem. There it is. It felt super fast. That's the problem. That's the problem. So yes, can I do this? Yeah, I totally can. I can totally do that. 123 damage. Fine. Let's see. Does this happen to other characters who are strong? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a little look here. See what happens. I have a spoiler alert for you. Probably won't. Doesn't work. Not even close. What about Akira? What about Akira's? I'm just gonna spoiler alert you. This might just happen to her. Actually, there are some characters where you can backdash them after 2P, like on block, but typically not after just one. 2Ps are blocked, sure, totally. But one, I don't think that happens to any other character in the game. And her elbow's pretty, good otherwise. I think it's just a Hurtbox issue. Like, her Hurtbox is just weird. It's one of her core issues, straight up. Like, this is one of her core problems. This is why she was weak in FS. A 6P is too important to, not be usable. After blocking, a 2P or an elbow, which are, it's the building blocks of the game, is kind of fatal. It's a fatal issue. And it's unique to her. I can't think of any other character that has this problem. So I don't know if this is the bug, but it really feels like one. If it is, praise you. If it's not, okay, I have to just hold that. If that's what it is. This whiffs a lot. Raw. This low kick, its Hurtboxes need some. It just doesn't function unless I'm in the right foot stance. Given that this move is so negative, -19. So -19 moves is 25 range of execution. That whiffs half the time if I'm in the wrong foot stance. On side turn, also sometimes whiffs. Remember I was showing you about with his backdash thing? You want to get that into 3P? It's the easiest move to backdash. As is her 6P plus K. I'm blocking, mind you. I blocked this. I blocked it. He's dashing as far as he can. I'm gonna block it. This whiffs. That whiffs. This whiffs. That whiffs. My 14 frame move, my 14 frame move, my 15 frame move, my 16 frame move. They all whiff from point blank. So what is she supposed to do here? What she has to do is this. 4K doesn't whiff. 4KG doesn't whiff. KG doesn't whiff. But those are all highs. If she wants to do a mid, she has to use 46P, 3K. This is assuming they don't evade. I don't know if it's intended for her to not be able to use her frame trap mid options from point blank. I don't know if that's intended. If it is, my soul weeps, and I'll survive. I've been surviving using other tactics, like my spacing is what it is. I can't think of characters who have this problem other than her. This is like a unique Eileen problem. This is what makes her hard to play. This is why her play rate is so low, because she can't engage in Virtua Fighter core system, which is jab, 2P, and elbow. But she has the tool, but they don't function. Because she's small, I get it. Her wall throw is the weirdest thing. So like, back forward works from here. I mean, forward back is her wall throw, right? I use the ground as my cue. Like his back foot is in like what? The first gray, like full gray tile. Doesn't get the wall throw, okay, fine. So put his foot in the back. The next one, wall throw. Okay, cool. That's our range. Let's move him toward at a slight angle, right? Like right about here. Would you say right about there? You see that curved edge here? Sometimes when you do the wall throw at like behind the character is a curved edge. It doesn't trigger the wall throw. I'm trying to show it. There it was! We did it! There it is! I showed you. That's not her wall throw. That's still not her wall throw. How close can we get? Now the wall's activating. Now, let's try to get him like to the wall. Use the brick, the ground things. Maybe he's just too far and like I'm just tripping. But it sure as hell seems close. There we go. He feels pretty close. If there is a corner behind him, it doesn't always do that. The same thing happens, like, maybe it's the corner. If there's a curved edge on the wall itself, it's a curved thing, it doesn't always work. Like, I'll get like the forward back throw. That's the last thing I can think of right now. I'm currently not clicked in to the game on my PC. And if I back out, like I can control the game. Like I can menu and everything. If I press B to try and like play the game, it just goes back to period to start again. I have to click on the screen and then I can press B and I get out. That's another bug or something. It'd be cool for me to be able to like be on another screen and still control this game. Or maybe it's not doing that. I don't know. But it feels weird to have control in some areas but not others. Let me do one or the other. But like giving me control and then saying, no, you can't play the game though. It's like, what? And I forget all the time. I think the game's broken every time it happens. This works sometimes. This one I have a hard time recreating because I don't actually understand it. But basically, sometimes after I do this, if I do 6K, I'll end up on the other side of the character. The first kick will hit, and the second hit will whiff, and I'll fly over them. I'll end up on the other side. And the combo drops, clearly. And now, instead of me doing a wall combo, I'm suddenly with my back to the wall. It's like the hurtbox of the second kick isn't always catching when the first kick hits. Are these bugs specific to Eileen? Or do I actually use them to my advantage? No, I do not use these to my advantage. I use them to my detriment. I'm aware of them so I don't die. These are the things I had to learn to not die. These are bugs that got me killed. I've lost many a tournament match behind this stuff. In the innumerable amount of matches I've lost because of this stuff. Where you're just like, wow, why didn't that hit? Not dying is fun. So I learned it relatively quickly. Yeah, a lot of people are planning on maining her. That's the problem. So like, a lot of folks play Eileen. They see me playing her. They're like, oh, wow, she's so goated. I want to do those cool things that I see Eileen pulling, Tricky Eileen doing in her events and in her streams and stuff. And then they play the character and they get backdash whiffed. Doing basic boxing Virtua Fighter. 6P, 2P. Oh, I got whiffed. Crap. But when I watch Tricky, she hits them. I hit them because I fuzzy guard first. I fuzzy guard and then I attack. So I don't just do that. I do that. I add movement into my attack. Even a slight movement is enough. So that's the consequence of not having an elbow that can be used reliably. So Eileen has to give up her frame traps to stop your opponent from backdashing you from point blank because her hurtboxes are garbage on her faster moves. They don't work from point blank. In my opinion, that's like our biggest problem. Now, if these are bugs, thank the Lord of Virtua Fighter. Maybe this isn't done on purpose. And like her hurtboxes are just jank as hell. Her hitboxes are just jank as hell. Maybe she's supposed to get under these lows, you know? Okay, so it's not a bug, maybe, but it might be unintended. Look at this person's ping. It is 160. Roll back to 5. Delay is set to 2. This person has no business being at 2. They should be playing at 4. Maybe 5. 3 should be the default. 3 works most of the time in NA, North America. 4 is for like ping 100 and above. Ping 3 works when... Here, I'll play him again just so you can see it. Ping 3 works like sub 100. 30, up to like 30. At 30, you can probably do 2. At 30 delay, you can do... At 30 ping, you can do 2 frames of delay. But like, look at this man's moving. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the stand teleporting. So this is what we deal with it over in NA. And this is what the gamers who are playing this game for the first time deal with. Who don't know what they're doing. This is what they see. This is what the brand new... I don't know what Virtua Fighter is. I saw those sick Evo fights. I want to learn this game. This is what they fucking deal with. This is what they see. This is what they feel. Okay? If you give it, if you make the delay at least 3, it's bearable. At 200 ping, which is basically what this guy's at, we really need to be playing at 5.
Ready, go!
And we'll still have rollback, but it just won't be as much. And the default of being 2 doesn't work in NA. How do you get the additional costumes for the DLC? These are mods. These are from Nexus mods. Sega has a long-standing history of supporting mods for their games, so I'm not worried about like them seeing this because Sega typically is pro mod. They're quite different than Nintendo in that way. But there are a whole bunch of mods. I have language mods on this, so like when Blaze speaks, he's speaking Spanish. When Brad, he speaks Italian. Jean and Leon both speak French. Pretty cool. I like it. I didn't know Sega was pro mods. Yeah, they've had modders like Sonic Maniac. Those devs were modders. They were just really good modders. And then Sega said, okay, you know what? We're gonna how you make the next game. Go ahead, have fun. That's how pro mod they are. They made their... If your mod was good enough, they'll make you a dev. Like that's how they roll. Okay. If you love their Sonic game enough and make really good stuff with it, they will hire you and have you make the game. I mean, Sonic fandom is we don't talk about Sonic fandom. Lest we invite their wrath. Here's another 2-framer, right? Nikita may have no idea. They have no idea they could be playing in such a much better experience. They could be having, oh my god. They could be having such a much better experience, but they're not because they're playing in 2. Because they don't know any better, because that's the default. Should be 3. This is, and like, it should default to whatever is set to be like the longer delay. Because like there's no downside for playing on higher delay. Like nothing is lost. Quality of play wise, sure, it'll feel more sluggish and like that'll be annoying too. But it'll be playable. You can play in that. Did you go over what all the delay and ping stuff means? That was my first bug report video to Sega way back when. Well, during the beta. But why am I dying? I do this? I don't know. What are they doing? There we go. We're just locked in a little bit. Let's end that one. That's the end. Thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful. I'll make more of these for y'all in the future. And thank you. I hope if these are bugs, they can be fixed. If they're not bugs, then we will, you know, do what I've been doing with it, which is dealing with it. But some of these things don't feel like bugs. Some of these things feel like maybe intention. And if that's the case too, cool. But if it's not, that'd be cool to know as well. So I pray. Thank you.